going on, boys? Welcome back to another banger video. We're going to talk about calculating position size today. Calculating your stop losses, being able to risk the same amount every single time. Obviously, a lot of the people that you see will talk about, making sure your risk is the same around this much to this much, right? And that's true, but they don't exactly tell you how to do that. So we're going to go over exactly how I calculate my position size, how I get my risk amount, my dollar amount, monetary values to be pretty much equal every single time that I trade, right? And that's exactly what we're going to go over, exactly how to do that. So first things first, right? There is a link to this position size calculator down in the description of this video. What you're going to do is you're going to go to it, and then you're going to make a copy so that you actually have this, okay? Second, we're going to go over everything in here, okay? So if you're on a funded account, your drawdown, realistically, if it's a $50,000 account, is going to be $2,000. Okay, if it's a 100K account, then it'll be 4K. 150K account, then it's 6K. You can put this in there. Whatever your drawdown is, if you're on a live account, okay, you can put that in there, okay? Next thing you're going to want is risk per trade. So how much of that drawdown size are you going to be risking per trade? If you're on a live account, realistically 1 to 3%, right? If you're on a funded account, then it's realistically in that 15 to 20% range, right? Either $300 or $400 if you're on a 50K account. Okay, that's usually what I'm risking every single day. I like to risk around $350 per every single trade that I have. Okay, so what I do is I do 17%, then it will calculate for you your risk per trade, right? So if you're risking here, let's say 20% instead, then obviously it will calculate that for you, be 400, whatever it may be, right? So you're going to put your risk per trade in there. It's going to tell you. Then next thing you're going to be doing, whatever you trade, NQ, ES, MES, MNQ, it has it all here, right? I trade MNQ personally, okay? But what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this on NQ, and I'll show you later. But if you trade any of these other ones, right, you can change this. It will change your stop size according to how many points you need on each one, right? So exactly what this is. This shows you what stop size you're going to need for that risk per trade, right? It calculates it all out. So for regular NQ, 1 point with one contract is $20, right? So you could technically calculate it out. You're like, okay, well, my stop loss is going to be, 20 points. How many contracts do I risk if I want to risk $300? Or you could calculate it out, right? But that is going to be really, really slow when you're trying to enter trades, when you're trying to get in there fast, everything like that, right? So this does it exactly for you. So let's say you have a stop loss of 20 points. You come in here, okay, 20 points. That's boom. Right there, okay? So the reason that I do NQ and not MNQ, so if we put MNQ here, right, obviously you can see these have decimals, and you can't do like 0.5 of a contract. So that's what I do. I keep it on NQ. This will round it for you. All you need to do is take this decimal and put it 1 to the right, right? It's very easy, rounds it for you. I don't have to sit there and round it way faster than I can go back to the charts and whatever. These numbers you can also edit too. As you can see, I have some of them edited, right? You can literally do your exact stop loss, whatever you want, right? You can do points, whatever it is, you can place it in there and do all that, right? Now, the way that you do this, the way that I go about doing this, right, is this, okay? See, let's say we're taking a trade here, and we're taking like a 1 minute inversion to the upside or something like that, okay? Actually, let's go over here. Is market open? Oh, shit, market's closed. Anyways, well, let's say we're taking a trade to the upside from here, okay? So what I do, right, for this instance, I trade inversions, obviously, right? So I want this to get inverse. That's what I'm looking for, okay? So in a realistic, ideal scenario, we're going to have something like this, probably put our stops below the swing low and target whatever the fuck we want up here, right? So in a scenario like this, I want this to push up. So what you're going to do is as whatever, if you trade off displacement, if you trade off inversions, break structure, whatever it is, wherever you may be, right, to the point where you're like, okay, yeah, this looks like I'm about to take a trade. Place your position tool on there. Put it where you think you'll probably enter the trade, right? I'm just guesstimating, like this is maybe like 3 points above that fair value gap, right? So I'm guesstimating, okay, well, maybe close 3 points above that gap and I can get in right there, right? So that's one way you can do it, right? You literally just guesstimate, blah, 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 blah. You can also enter off of like a limit order. If you set limit orders, you can do that too. But anyways, you're going to put that on there where you think the trade is going to be. And this is going to be real time, right? So this is going to be playing out as you're putting this up here. Then you're going to take your stop loss and put it wherever you want, right? So in this instance, this is 25 points. It's this number right here. Therefore, 25 points, right? We come over here. Okay, we go 25, that's 7 MNQ contracts. So then when we trade, right, we're going to enter with 7 contracts, and when you drag your stop loss down here, that's going to equal whatever risk you put up here, right? So this spreadsheet makes it very, very easy to calculate position size. And this is not mine. I'm not claiming this as mine. I found it on another YouTube video, but it's very helpful to use. You can use it. And yeah, it has every single stop loss on there. You can literally type in new ones, and it will give you everything you need. I also have these rules on here. A lot of people, don't have the rules, don't risk management rules. These are risk management rules, exactly what you need to be doing. If you guys want me to do a video over that, let me know. I can do a video over that too. But this is exactly what I use to calculate my position sizing. Get that dollar risk amount pretty similar every single time, right? That's what I do. It's easy just to satisfy consistency rules, everything like that, right? Because when you're on funded accounts, a lot of them have consistency rules. So if you let's say you trade 1-to-1s and one time you accidentally risk $500 and one time you accidentally risk $200 and then you're all over the place. Well, then you're not really satisfying the consistency rule because you have to make more and more and more, right? Whereas if you just keep it similar, then you can just take the payout when you need to take the payout. You know what I'm saying? So use this to the best of your ability. Once again, I'll have it linked down in the the description. And yeah, that's it. That's exactly how to calculate your position size. Just a super short, simple video on how to do this. I had somebody in my comment section asking me how to exactly do it, and that's how you do it right there, right? And just trust that this is real. I'll basically show you one more time how you can do this from the trade from today. We'll do that. So let's say you're taking an inversion here or something. That actually is a bad example. All right, let's say we're taking an inversion to the downside or something, right here. So we're going short, let's say right here, right? We want to inverse this and go to the downside. We end up doing that off there, right? So you'd probably mark it out right here, maybe a couple points below, whatever. Put your stops wherever you want, doesn't matter, right? And then let's say we go here, right? Okay, so 22. Now we come in here and we can just type, boom, 22, enter. Tells us, okay, it's 8 micros, right? And then once we trade, we make sure that our contracts on the right says 8, then we can sell or buy or whatever you want to do, right? So that's exactly how you do it. It's easy. You'll understand that it works and you'll get very used to it. It's not hard at all, and it's really, really simple and fast. But that's calculating position sizes. Just want to get on here, tell you guys that. But yeah, catch you boys later.